Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. ATN Gaming here, also known as Kira in War Robots. In today's video, I want to talk with you guys about the overhaul that War Robots did, or what Pixonic did with War Robots with the update 7.3. There are some good things and there are some things that I don't really like as much. They're just really small tweaks and adjustments that they've made into the user interface of War Robots. The first thing is of course the graphic. However, the graphic is something that I cannot show you, unfortunately, because I've been experiencing a lot of lag lately. So what I've done is I've set the graphic setup to minimal, and I always play on 30 FPS. 60 FPS doesn't even support it on my device because I don't have a high end. I have a budget phone, so I cannot show any graphics, guys. However, as you can see, one of the differences that I've seen, mainly that noticed or caught my eye, is the is actually this skin paint job for the Scorpion. It used to be way more green, way more toxic like, which looks way better in my opinion than now. I'll try to, if I can find one, I'll try to post the previous version, the 7.2, somewhere here on the screen so you guys can compare if I can find one. But this is how it looks like now. It looks much more yellow, but the yellow is not as bright. You know, it's not a bright yellow. It's more of a mildly tone of yellow. But less green, and I don't really like this version that much. I prefer the other version, but this is just one of the examples. I think also that the hog, the specific skin and paint job, looks a little bit more darker, and the whites, the tints, look a little bit more accentuated, so they pop a little bit more. But also I think all of these type of weapons, you can't see it here, but they look a little bit more darker here, right? But here in the actual hanger, they look a little bit brighter. Now I don't know because that's because of the lighting, but all these weapons seems to have the same kind of overhaul adjustment. So, you know, some look good, some look less great. I think also the Fenrir looks a little bit lighter now than before. I'll try to post a picture on the right side for you guys to see if that is the case or not. But if I remember correctly, I think this looks a little bit lighter than what it was supposed to be at the 7.2 update. Okay, these are the little adjustments. One of the big adjustments is in the workshop is that now if you go into here, you can see it going from left to right, or from right to left, however you wanna see it, instead of going up and or instead of having a full screen with all the small kind of bots and weapons. Instead, the weapons button and the robot section button is now on the left, instead being on the top. Funny part is, I just noticed a mistake here. You see on the top it says robot, even though I'm at weapons. It should say robot when I'm on robot, and it should say weapons when I'm weapons. I would assume that is how it works, but I don't know. Okay, and I'm not using my workshop right now because there's nothing really that I need. Okay, my bad. They did not adjust this. They adjusted the before this, it was going up and down, right? If you remember that, and now it goes from left to right. That's what they changed. In my opinion, this looks way better. A better overview. Yeah, I thought it was a nice touch, but no, nothing crazy. The most important thing that I wanted to show you guys, and that's also something that it kinda annoys me a little bit. Let me jump into a custom match for you guys. Fight. A quick match. Should I do that or should I? Okay. Yep. Let's see how it goes here. Oh, I should have picked another map because I have a screenshot of the old system. but it's on Springfield. Let me jump on Springfield a little bit, real fast, guys. So because it's about the buttons, right? The player buttons, especially I'll do that later. Especially on the right side, it's not it, guys. It's not good. Let me do Beacon Rush, Springfield. It's too, to me, you know, when you're holding your phone to game, your thumb, it's very difficult to reach up close, right? So it needs to be like not too close to the side, but not too far from the side neither, right? So this is, let me go to I try to mimic the old picture that I've made a screenshot of, and then show you guys the before and after. But the way that they are set up right now, I think it's roughly a little bit like this. Let me take a screenshot right there. So they are, in my opinion, way too much to the right side. Okay, so it's very close to the sideline of your phone, which makes it so difficult to reach with your thumb whenever you want to activate your ability. Now, this is not just because we're not used to it, because it's new. I'm not talking about that, because I know where the old position was, so I use now, because I'm used to that, I keep pressing in that area, even though the button has moved a little bit to the side and a little bit down under. But because that's just a natural position for the thumb to reach, it makes it very difficult. Okay. Now what I do like is on the left side is the pad to walk. I feel somehow this, yeah, it's just the animation, and it feels a little bit better than the old version. The old version was always a bit tacky in my experience, you know, but not a super big change, to be honest. They also changed the position for the power cells. Yeah, I don't know. I prefer it on the left side because I look for my HP sometimes there, and I can also see my power cells, I guess. Now I have to look at another direction that I don't really do often, because on the top right corner, what's there to look at? Also, this button on the right left corner, they changed that a little bit. The looks of it looks different, which is fine. But the main difference that they've made, one of the main differences they've made, is the beacon bar in the top middle of the screen, and the indication of how many players are playing. Now, if I would compare this to the previous version, in my opinion, I like the previous version more somehow. This just looks too plain, too simple. It's like a dot, right? It's like a round dot with only the arrow point underneath it. I don't know. It just looks not my style, not my cup of tea, not my taste. I prefer the previous one. Again, if I can find the old version, I'll put it somewhere on the screen for you guys as a comparison. But yeah, for me, the old version looks better. Now, also what they did is, and I cannot show you guys it here because I'm in a custom match by myself. But also your durability bar, the color scheme of dark green, light green, to show you how much you can heal back unless you get hit by a sound weapon, that also changed a little bit. In my opinion, not good, because now it's way more difficult to check and see what part is light and what part is green, because you got dark green, light green, but you also have I think dark black and light black to show you, to indicate to you what you can heal back. And when you're playing in a dark environment, that's fine. You can see that pretty good. But if you're playing in an environment where it's a little bit brighter, it's very difficult to see the difference in that color, in that tone, in that dark and light color tone. So I don't know if you guys noticed that, but I did. So I just want to yeah, highlight these things that I've noticed in the game. And the most thing that I'm very worried and annoyed about is this button setup placement on the right side. It's not good. It's way too much to the side, so my thumb can barely reach it. And guys, it's a mobile game, right? The most players are on mobile devices. This does not feel good for me. Same thing with the fire button. They all a little bit shifted to the right, which means that sometimes I never had trouble with that because I don't have really big thumbs, to be honest. I have, you know, regular sized thumbs, I guess. But now I noticed that I sometimes hit the active module accidentally with my thumb while shooting, and I never had that before. You know, maybe once in a while it happened with the old version, but now with this new update and this new placement, it happened way more. And the update only got released like a few days ago. Imagine, right? In a couple of days, I already noticed that this is an issue for me. So yeah, I just wanted to show you guys that, and also share my thoughts on this new overhaul of user interface and button layout and placements. I'm curious to what you guys think and how you guys feel about it. I already saw a few messages and posts on Facebook and other social platforms where other people were complaining about this, and they're saying like the buttons were fine, like they were not perfect, but they were fine, but now they're just worse. Now they're just really bad. And I agree, they are placed not very good for a mobile game for the thumb to be placed on. So that's what I think. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe in these weird times, guys, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye bye.